Cam, another great win. What was the big takeaway from that performance? The thing that you guys are most proud of?
Yeah, I guess it was another good win at the Gabba as well. We wanted to make it a fortress again, which we did last year. So we want to continue with that. But as a team, we spoke about a trademark game. And they're the things we worked on. We always wanted to bring the ball as a forward line, bring the ball to the ground, make a contest, bring that pressure. And I think our pressure factor was over 2, which is pretty good. So that's something we can look back on and give a tick. So it's been good.
You've had 2 Perth teams, and I guess take advantage of them while they're over here, because later in the season it sounds like with all these games at the Gabba, you're probably going to have some long road trips at the end of the season. So get wins now is really, really good for you.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah, it's all early wins, no matter where they are always good. But we want to be a team that can play everywhere as well. Last year, we went out and beat GWS at GWS, Port Adelaide down there. So we want to replicate that again this year and keep trying to be hard to beat no matter where we play.
Your own performance at the end there, you're not kicking goals at the moment, but you're making some big plays in other areas. Is that the thing that you're most proud of? The chase down tackle and those 1%ers?
Yeah, well, that's what I try and base my game off at the start, energy and pressure. And I think I was having a chat to Luke McCarthy after the game. If that's something that 4 group can do as a start, and then work from there, I think that's a good foundation, because that helps our team out. And then, 1 week it might be Charlie kicking a couple of goals, or Eric or Macca. Your time will come, but as a group, I feel like we're working pretty well together.
You come up against an opposition mate that aren't travelling too well. In fact, they said yesterday they're just not competitive. They don't turn up, which is really extraordinary thing to hear from the team. How do you sort of tackle them?
Yeah, it is. It's different, but I think we still got to go in the same mindset. Same mindset we went against Freo, and the same mindset we went against West Coast. I guess if you look at the results last week, every team that got beaten round 2 nearly come out and won in round 3. So it's going to be on. I know they're going to come out with a lot of fight and a lot of energy, but as I said, we've just got to prepare like it's another game. We can't read into that stuff too much. We know they're out there to still win, so it's going to be competitive, I'm sure.
What's your take on them, Ben?
I can't really have to say too much on them. Obviously, they haven't had a great start to the season, but as I said before, I think they're still going to come out and play some competitive footy.
Have you had a chance to watch their game?
No, I haven't. I watched a little bit on was it Sunday night or? Yeah, I watched a little bit on Sunday Arvo. But then again, I was kind of, after I play a game of footy, the last thing I really want to do is watch footy, so it was kind of just on in the background.
How much of a difference did the 2,000 fans make on the weekend?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think at the end of the game, all the boys walked down and the Lions chant started again. It felt like there was 20,000 out there, and I'm sure again this week with 10,000, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be even louder. So, it's exciting to think that it's coming back and things are starting to slowly get back to normal. But I'm still missing playing in front of the 40,000 that we had last year and that. But I'm sure 2,000 was great. 10,000 is going to be unbelievable. So I'm really excited they can come back.
You talk about things going back to normal. Obviously, there's big stuff been happening in Victoria and with the Bombers. Is the focus still just as rigid as it has been from the Lions over this sort of last week, or do you feel like maybe people might have sort of taken their eye off the ball a bit?
I think we're pretty lucky. We got David Noble, who's really taken charge of it, and he's passed a little bit of the duties off to Mitch Hahn, who's really good, taking a good grab of it, and we've got every single precaution at the club. You've got to go in, you've got to do your sanitizer, you've got to fill in your diary every day. Social distancing, it's all really, really strict at the club, and I think we've probably been up there with one of the best clubs to do it. Well, obviously, I've only been at the one, but it's been really good, and I've even talking to a couple of my mates down from Melbourne that are at other clubs, they said that it's the same. So the AFL's doing a good job. I think it's unlikely that it's going to slip up like that again, but they've prepared well, and I think even though the shortened quarters, I think that's what they're there for. Something like this could happen again, and we need to make sure that we're ready for it.
Victoria's probably not doing as well as the other states. Do you have any concerns about, I know you're a Victorian, so that's home for you, but do you have any concerns about going down there and playing games?
Not yet, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it too much yet, but I'm pretty sure, as I said before, most clubs will be doing a really good job at keeping it under wraps. One slip up since it's happened, so I'm sure they'll be right back on top of it again, though.
How important is match simulation at training? You can't do that.
Yeah.
How can you?
It's super important. It's going to be strange not being able to do your body contact and stuff on Thursday, but as I said, we just got to prepare. This 2020 has been a crazy year, and the one thing you've learned is probably have to be flexible with what's going on. So our club's been pretty good at that as well, just being able to adapt to the different changes and things. So I'm sure it's obviously going to take a toll. It's different not going to be able to have body contact on the week before, the couple of training sessions before a game. But as I said, you just got to adapt and get used to it.
I'm not sure how closely you follow your own press or what's said about you from the many experts out there these days. But last week, Kane Cornsey was questioned your work rate and said he said that you were gifted games last year, and I know you were critical yourself of your performance. Like, were you aware of those comments?
I wasn't aware. I got let know before actually, so I don't really pay much attention to it, to be honest. But if he's talking about work rate, I think that's something I've improved on. So that's the only thing I can go back in with that with. But you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I'm not really going to listen to much what they say.
That tackle that Mark mentioned, like, that was a sort of defining moment of that game. Like, a lot of people were talking about that moment. Is that, you're pretty proud to?
Yeah,
you can lay a tackle, and that's what people are talking about on the bag of goals.
Yeah. Well, that's, as I said before, that's what I'm trying to base my game off. My energy and my pressure. So if I can keep going out there and proving that wrong, then yeah, as I said before, I'm not really fussed what he has to say.
You do look really fit, just from at a glance. Like, do you feel like you are?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot better than what I have in the last couple of years. And as I said before, if I can base my game off that energy and the pressure, and then hopefully the result, and I'm not necessarily worried about scoreboard impact. That's something that'll just come. So hopefully that can come later in the year.
Hodgie was talking about your six-pack in the game, mate. Is that a thing that's been happened before?
I think he's probably just jealous because he's had a six-pack for a couple of years himself. So, but a little bit of work to come back for the last couple of years. So I've come back in a bit of that nick this year. So it's good.
There was, with the Victorian and the COVID stuff, there was some suggestion that maybe if Victoria is one of the only states that can't have big crowds by the end of September, that they could move the grand final. So a suggestion that have it at Optus if they could have it at full. If Queensland can have full crowds and Victoria can't, do you think maybe it could be a home grand final? Whoever's top of the ladder going to the grand final should host it?
Jeez, mate, that would be unbelievable to have a grand final at the Gabba. As I said before, things have been pretty weird this year, so it wouldn't surprise me. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure still the grand final should be at the home of footy at the MCG. But you know, if that's something that can happen, you know, like you can't actually predict what's going to happen this year. You never know. We could be playing in bloody wherever. So if we can get one of the Gabba, I'll be pretty happy though.
If there's no fans at the MCG, would you say, we'll still have it at the MCG if there's limited fans or no fans?
Yeah, obviously, like it's you'd want to play in front of your home fans, and I think that's what we owe to the club as well and to our fans, especially through this time when they've supported us so much. I feel like it's our duty to give back to them as well, so to be able to play in front of them. I'm not sure. I still think it'd be good to play the grand final at the MCG, but if we can play in front of our fans, that's even better. So that's why I'm excited to see another 10,000 come out this week at the Gabba. We can give back to them a little bit.
Do you get the sense that that support's growing, even though they're not there yet? Like, you know, you were pushing really hard in the off season to build it. Like, do you get that vibe around town that the Lions are?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it is getting a bit better. You know, I think most of the boys, I'll speak on behalf of them, but our social media and that has just been going off. The amount of the fan mail and stuff we got, which is awesome to see the support that we still have through this tough period. And as I said before, I just can't wait to get back out there and play in front of them because I think we do owe it to them. But it's good to see that the Lions are getting back up there in Brisbane, and you know, even our support, we've had support from WA, from Victoria, from all over Australia, so it's good.
Fun flag for footy in the state.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep it up. Yeah, I know. That's right. Hopefully they can get up as well.
How's Zorks?
Yeah, I think he's okay. He trained in the upper to me today, but I think it was his toe or his Achilles or something like that. So hopefully he can get through the rest of this training and hopefully get out there this week. But I think the boys did a pretty good job playing on the weekend without him. But yeah, it'll be good to have him back.
He must have been pretty sad to miss that. That was a pretty big game. He wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. I saw him actually a couple of times on the big screen. He was getting a bit of camera time, which would have been pretty happy about. But yeah, as I said, the boys did pretty well without him. But we're really looking forward to having him back.
He doesn't miss many games, Zorks, but there was an interesting sort of stat floating around that the team hadn't won without him since I think 2014. So it is a good sign that, you know, you can win without one of your senior players. Yeah,
well, I think that just shows to the maturity of the group now as well. I guess back then it was a little bit different. Obviously, there's probably a whole new squad since 2014, but that's something that we also spoke about. You know, we need to show that we're growing as a group, we're maturing as a group, and to be able to win without our captain against a good team in West Coast, I think that proves that.